Blaine. That heifer right there just don't even care.
Brace yourself now.
Oh, we didn't have to push the button. Right.
You didn't get a payout.
Action. What's say, folks? Hope everybody having a fine Sunday evening.
Your flag didn't come on.
Dude, what?
Your flag.
Is Lee in here yet?
We just.
Lee.
He's pushing buttons again, Lee. Having his pandemonium because he waited till like 17 minutes before we go live to start setting up what he wants to set up. And he pushed all the wrong buttons, and now the flag's gone in the background, and he's been having a meltdown.
I told her, I said,
for the last 12 minutes.
I got to get Lee. So here's what I need, Lee, if you can help me out pretty please and kindly. Can you get the flag back up in the background? Because I have no idea how to do it on this deal here.
Can you imagine that, Lee? Like, can you just imagine?
So
buttons hit the wrong buttons to start it off with.
Well, I downloaded something. I don't have my professor suit on this evening, but I think we're gonna go to school for a little bit. Probably about 10
He's
minutes.
rolling his eyes while he says, "Give me." I guarantee you that man's rolling his eyes while he's laughing.
This idiot and just whatever.
Ain't no telling what he done.
If y'all need counseling to talk about me and my situation in these computers, consult Blaine at the Texas Beekeeper. He can get you through it with me or on me.
I'm not in that, Blaine. I had nothing to do with that.
He had a rough time
sitting
with
here
me.
quietly drinking my coffee.
Yeah. God love it. I don't think I'll ever forget that, brother. But thank you, Lee. God love you.
We would not know what to do without you, Lee.
The man got it on there for me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
You're the bomb, Lee.
America to everybody.
Hey, Danae. You should know buttons is going to be buttons.
Well.
And hey, Jack, you're included in that.
Y'all know how, I mean, y'all just know. If you've been here a minute, you know, kind of thing.
You should. Rodney, we actually did get that job done.
Well, James, thank you, brother. You're back. You've been with us for.
James.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to get James.
Buttons.
Well, I'm trying to show James's membership thing up there, but thank you, James. It's in the comments there. Once I figure all this technology out one of these days.
Brian said, "Nice hat, Tim. Doesn't it look good on him?"
Is that Brian and Jen? Well, I'll tell y'all about that here in just a few minutes. Some fine folks. We got some brother and sister mail. I'm not real big on the fan stuff. Y'all are brothers and sisters in our lives.
Yeah, there you go.
And but God love them, and I think y'all really going to enjoy what Miss Sarah sent here in a moment.
We love y'all even when you don't send stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We get a kick out of what you do send that.
But yeah, thank you, James, for the member deal, I think it tells you how many months or whatever. Let me hit it one more time. Lee's here, so if something goes foul,
He can save you.
let me see if it starts.
It just says welcome to Waxmoss. I guess he went up one.
Did it upgrade?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Show on stage. Did I get it?
Yeah, look at you.
Bam.
I'm holding my breath.
There we go. All right, all right. Thank you much, James, there. And to all our members, we appreciate y'all very, very much. Okay, got it. I don't know what I did, but
Oh, look at Danae. They've been a member for 22 months. That's dedication right there.
Is that there? No, it's James. There's Jackie.
You're out of room.
I'm not having. Let me get you on stage
No,
here.
well, we
Here you go.
appreciate y'all very much.
Absolutely.
Before Button shuts the live stream down, let me get that out.
Yeah. Well, I'm too far away from the end button, so I think we'll be all right on that. But yeah, I love you. Thank y'all again, everybody on the memberships and everybody that joins us every week. I'm trying to get to the. Okay. I'm done pushing buttons, I think. But let me rummage through here and holler at everybody right fast. Mr. Randy Tar Heel, the man's going to be doing wax dipping.
So is he getting ready?
He's getting ready. I forget the exact date, but I think it's going to be next weekend.
Correct this, Mr. Randy.
Yes, sir.
Tell us
Please.
what date it was.
But if you're in his neck of the woods up there, y'all go holler at him and the man will get you fixed up. Any y'all wanting your equipment wax dip there. So you got Mr. Randy. Grayson, good to see you, bud. Seen you we was in your premiere a while ago and seen that
February 20th. So that's what? Friday? I think.
it is Friday.
15th.
It is Friday because your birthday is on the 19th.
No, I'm thinking because today's the 15th.
It is, yeah.
20th.
So
5 days from today.
y'all remember that. Handy Boo's birthday 19th.
Handy Boo wants to skip this one. Handy Boo's getting too old to do this.
You want to say how old y'all?
No, I don't.
She's getting on up in age.
I am. I'm getting the gray hairs to match it, and I'm not liking it. Oh, thank you, Eric. He just bought a membership, and he just came in last week.
Let me get him on here too.
You better. Don't be leaving nobody else.
Nope, that's Jack and Danae.
I can't read it.
I think if we can get the bean
There you
done,
go.
add steak.
Larimore said, hoping for that dishwasher. I am perfectly content with the dishwasher that's on my counter. I hadn't seen them either.
You country folks know what I'm talking about when I say this, but when we get in high cotton, she'll get her one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got to wait for that high cotton.
Oh, what you cooking tonight, Lee?
Why are you doing that one first? Let me holler at everybody right fast.
Well, hang on, because I think everybody's in here, but everybody that won coasters last week, but they should be coming this week. Y'all should be getting them in the mail because we sent them out yesterday morning. No, DC Tim didn't get me a dishwasher. He put praise God, not capital. No, I mean my little 3D printed one that Baker's Bees sent me. Brian and Miss Kathy sent me a little baby 3D printed dishwasher. It's the cutest thing.
I will say, when the day finally comes, I'm going to enjoy the comments because it's going to be just like that right there. I bet. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, your best college team winning. That kind of deal. Oh,
thank you, James. We appreciate that too.
Well,
DC, how's your mama doing?
long time member.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
he
you
put
did a
$5.
$5.
Oh, thank you, bro. Yes, yes.
Ain't that what you cooked last week, Lex? Or the week before?
What's he snacking on?
Scalloped potatoes with sausage and ground beef and onions and bell peppers on top. I think you left out the ground beef last time. You did sausage and onions and bell peppers.
That's what Mimi had the other day. At the
Oh,
store.
really?
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Yeah, that does sound good. I'll tell you what, we didn't have much in the fridge not too terribly long ago. A few weeks ago, maybe something. But had pound of Kaneka, 2 bell peppers, and a Vidalia onion. And I fried every bit of it up, and that's what we eat for supper.
Hey, it's good. I don't know if all y'all know what that Kaneka sausage is, but if you ever get down this way or you find a place, I think Bob Walker said he can find it up there in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
But Kaneka sausage, that's what you want. You can get a mild or you can get Cajun spicy. Either way, but
We
that's
get the
good.
hickory smoked.
And yeah, that's what we enjoy. Good stuff. Breakfast or put it in your red beans and rice and this and that. You can do all kind of good meals with it.
All right, I'll quit interrupting you.
Okay.
Let you say hi to everybody.
Where was that? Mr. Randy Grayson. Eric, good to see you back, bro. Mr. Rodney Middleton, thank you for saving my tail the other day.
See, he don't just pick on you all the time, Lee. He does get other people.
I do hit some of y'all up, especially with y'all specialities and different fields of mechanical work and computer work kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you again, brother. It worked beautiful. No problems at all. Mr. Mike Tangway, good to see you, Captain. Blaine with no E, one of them Texicans out there.
He's probably eating supper since we live with him.
Let's start off with food, man, and get him a plate. Mr. Bill Lee, good to see you, sir. Keep filming up there in that fine country.
And Miss Michelle.
She in here too?
Well,
yeah.
They're together all the time.
Well, sometimes she gets in here and tick.
Oh my gosh, there's Brad.
And Katie, Brad?
Yeah.
Man.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
You getting the lead dispenser ready for swarm season? Mr. Russell Amon, good to see you, sir. Rick collecting that silver, gold, and honey as always there. Good old Lee come in, help me out. Mr. Ricky Yeldon, appreciate you.
He said he's locked and loaded.
Good. All right. Yes.
Larimore said, I'm a professional pie taster if you're ever in need of one.
Well, she'll be making our Bible conferences coming up in March, so I imagine she'll be cranking the pies out around here for the conference. I don't know how much we'll be able to go to, but at least try to get up there. And
Blaine, you're in the South. That is absolutely a possibility.
Let me see.
He said Google just told him that they sell Kaneka at the Lowe's near him.
Go get you a pack, brother. You'll be like, all right.
See, I told you Miss Michelle was here. She just said she's here.
Thank you,
in the chat.
Yeah. Mr. Clay Bunner, good to see you, man. Hope y'all doing well. Jack and Danae. Jack, hope you doing well on the men there. Who else? Brian and Jen. Look at here. Got an email from Brian the other day.
Mm-hmm.
We was traveling down the road. We was going to work, as a matter of fact, and all of a sudden the phone started going off, and she's like, did you order something from Flower Street Farm? And I was like, no, I didn't. And so she opened the email up and got to reading it. She's like, there's an order from Flower Street Farms on here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I didn't order nothing. And lo and behold, we got to reading through the message. And God love y'all, Brian and Jen. I'm gonna show you my ugly head too, but
His hat hair.
yeah, my hat hair. Man,
It's a really cool, like the what do you call it? The design on it.
yeah,
It's really, really
put
nice.
that in there.
He's been sporting that most of the day,
I
bro.
have got it in the mail yesterday,
Strutting like a banty rooster.
and God love y'all. Thank y'all very much for sending that down here to me. I'm gonna put it up on my good hat rack so I ain't out working in it, nothing like that. But thank
I'm
y'all,
gonna wring
thank
his
y'all.
neck if he puts a sweat ring on that hat.
Uh,
Hang on, James, are you down 2-6? Or are you down 6 hives and you only have 2 left? Oh, heck yeah, DC. That's awesome. That is awesome.
let me run through here real quick.
You keep
Where was it?
sidetracking
I
yourself.
know it. Well, I
Miss
got the Brian and
Michelle's.
Jen.
Yeah, Brian and Jen.
Uh,
Larimore.
Me and Keith Larimore, we had a good conversation, sort of, on hypocrisy in YouTube a minute ago.
What?
Let's see, Mr. Keith's still
Oh,
on there.
dang, James. I hate to see that. Eric said I saved my Flower Street hat for formal occasions.
Hey, these babies nice for real.
Yeah, they are.
Uh,
I'm sorry, James.
I'm hitting the buttons every single time. And I missed the majority of it. Cajun Homestead. Good to
If
see you.
y'all could see this poor computer screen just spazzing out with
Hallelujah be formed. Miss Michelle, thank you again. Lord, I done missed probably half of y'all, and I
Probably
apologize,
so.
but thank you everybody for dropping by.
Oh shoot, Blaine, it don't take him 3 months.
What?
By the time spring's over, if he's wearing that hat every day, you'll swear that sucker's 20 years old.
Oh no, I ain't gonna. I won't mess this one up.
Jack said Lee's Kodiak Farms hat is his nice clothes hat. mm. Oh, Bill said his bees were checking out swarm traps last week.
Good deal, brother. We gotta go look at some material for a job tomorrow, and I think we're gonna swing by the old Goodwill and just grab us a junk crock pot, because we got to get frames. Wax foundation waxed. I think I was telling y'all last week, Ollie and his little brother come over and made an attempt to help Uncle Tim, and did get quite a bit of it done. Got our nukes put together. We do need to go to the old place up there and get them boxes for swarm traps for up there and get all that loaded up and baited. And I'm thinking about too, we got some propolis tincture that has been sitting up there about 4 years now. And I'm seriously thinking about taking some of that tincture and spraying all on the inside in there, because within a day or two, all that alcohol is going to evaporate and it's going to leave nothing but the propolis smell to it. And I'm going to try loading them boxes up with that propolis tincture, because any of y'all that's ever made a tincture, and if it's been in your bottle for a good while, you know whatever kind of stays on the outside, as soon as that alcohol evaporates, it's nothing but just sticky propolis again, kind of thing. So I think I'm gonna try to lean toward that a little bit to give it a little fresher smell on top of some wax foundation, and we're gonna continue to. We're just gonna try it out, see how it does, and anybody interested with it, let y'all know what kind of luck we have with it. But we're gonna, instead of using lemongrass this year, we're gonna use that star of anise and actually see if it's as good as the old timers claimed it was back in the day, because undoubtedly they had good luck with it. So we're gonna try it out and see what happens. But yeah, we pretty well. All we got to do is, for the most part, just wax foundation and get everybody put together. I'm hoping, Lord willing, maybe this coming weekend we'll actually crack the lids on everybody and see what's happening as far as if them queens are really starting to crank up or not.
Yeah, he'd been here the whole time. I can't believe y'all ain't heard him snore. He's just sprawled out on the arm of the chair instead of on top of me right now. He said his swarm traps are going up this week.
Heck yeah. I mean, we better get, I don't know. I hadn't seen any, which, like I say, we haven't been in ours yet, but hadn't seen any kind of drones starting to mosey around anything yet. But we have seen some really fine orientation flights over the last week or so. And
man, poor Mike said his bees are still in 2 foot of snow.
Well, I'm watching the old Ryan Hall, y'all, and there's another dude I watch for the weather, that Max Velocity guy. Looks like some of y'all gonna be getting some more snow up in the North Country here before too long. So, unfortunately, looks like it's gonna melt, and then they're gonna get snow again in certain parts of the North Country up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but for the next 10 days, our weather is supposed to be in the low 70s, then crank on up to the 80s for a few days. And we ain't supposed to have another cold spell until about Tuesday week. And that's only going to be 37 degrees and 65 during the day, according to the local weatherman.
Danae's gonna get you for saying the S word out loud.
Well, unless something crazy happens. Now, we have had that down here in March, and we've had some good ones in March, but I'm really hoping we're done with, for the most part. Yeah, the bitter cold. We still gonna get some more cold snaps, but
James said he can get snow in April. Usually our last little bitty hint of cool air is right at Easter. But that's usually a cool front down to like 60s during the day for 2 or 3 days. And then it's over with. Then it's summertime.
Yeah, it's game over after that for the most part. But like I was mentioning Grayson's little premiere, before we ever fooled with any of this beekeeping, it was aggravating because you get into spring, then you get a cold front coming in, and you're like, it's been 80-something degrees for the last 4 weeks, and here we go dropping down into the 40s again, this and that. But undoubtedly, the blackberries need that cold spell when they go to blooming to really put off. So undoubtedly, there's several of our flowers and plants that need that cool air.
That would be perfect, Mr. Russell. He said they're headed for Alabama Thursday.
All right, good deal. Yes, sir.
That'd be a perfect welcome mat for y'all. Be 80 degrees.
Yeah, y'all gonna catch
y'all
good
won't know what
weather
to do coming out of that snow. This year, y'all get to feel our typical winter instead of what we had last year.
Well, the way the temperature's gonna be, I think y'all gonna have some fine days to actually just be like, okay, this is all right.
Yeah.
But we excited about y'all getting down here, and
yeah, we are.
Lord willing, we'll be able to mosey down that way and visit with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's see, Pastor Larry and Miss Jan, they're coming down
in July, I think.
Is it June or July?
One of them. I know it's this summer.
Early to midsummer. They'll be down here.
Fall, Sarah and Stephen are coming here.
Yeah. So
there's Shane. Hey, Ziggy.
Yes, good to see you, man. He said he's going to try. He was over in Grayson's little premiere a while ago, and he said, I'm going to try.
Really?
So,
Your internet's kind of working today, huh?
Lord, yeah.
I need a restaurant guide.
We get you fixed up.
Yeah.
If y'all wasn't so far on there at Gulf Shores, we'd take y'all over to the little old catfish house right over here in Mississippi and let y'all chow down over there on some catfish or whatever. These are fresh Mississippi pond raised catfish. This ain't something that come across one of the big ponds. These babies was raised right there in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about it, make your tongue slap your eyes out. That food's so good over there. But either way, we'll get on some grub, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Phillips, where Phillips go?
Oh, no.
Oh, there you go.
We jinxed him. He said off and on it went out right when you guys texted about it.
Well,
What's the matter with you?
hopefully we'll be able to get a good run of it. But God love him. Oftentimes he'll catch us on the replay and throw a comment in there and say, "Look,
Yeah.
I finally got it, y'all."
We understand it though, Shane.
Yep.
It's good to see you.
Well, hopefully we'll be moving up before too long when they finally get done with this fiber optic mess and we can afford the astronomical rates or whatever that's going to be. We can kind of do things a little bit better around here and actually get us a good web camera and run off the computer where we don't have to aggravate Lee so much to.
Oh, yeah, I don't want no mushy catfish.
Oh no, it's good.
He said anything we get around here is just mushy.
No.
Where were you at? You was in Colorado?
Yep.
I think.
What Brian Jen said, they're about 40 miles from Brian and Jen.
Oh,
Right there, I think, roughly.
Brian talking about he's got 3 quarts of propolis tincture going in like 180 proof or something. Keith said you could always, he said it wasn't selling, but it'll sell eventually. Keith said you could always just do shots when the market's slow.
I imagine that will be a terrible taste of,
Yeah.
ooh, it's bad enough. Like when we made our first propolis tincture, we called up old Lee and said, all right, how do you do yours? And we did the exact same thing Lee told us to do. Waited 3 or 4 weeks and it was
I
ready.
don't drink and I'm a weenie.
But when I sprayed it in my mouth just to see, and
I took a shot out of it and it just about killed my hernia. I was like, no. I can't do this every day.
but it's a great thing. It does have its benefits and all that kind of good stuff. But there's no way I could take a shot of it. Do like the rest of it. I put some honey in it or whatever. But yeah, we got, like I say, we got that old jar up there, and we're gonna fill up one of them little spray bottle deals, and I'm just kind of tinker around. We got plenty enough around here that we'll be able to split and, get, I'm gonna say get probably about 12 to 15 if splitting goes right, and we have enough drones and queens this year. We have a good season. We'll definitely be able to.
I'm praying already.
Jump on up there, no problem.
Just a little that'll do.
That's it. That's it.
There you go, James.
There you go. Anybody help a brother out if you can.
You go from stay hey. You waking up from your nap? Everybody wants to say hey to you.
Well, they can't see him in the camera.
I know.
You want to do
Not
the
sitting up.
prayer list, and we'll get into some craziness. We got stories.
Not too much craziness
Well, I mean,
at all.
I'm still trying to figure out how to dilute one portion of it, but
There's no diluting that.
there's a way to dilute it.
YouTube friendly.
There,
You gonna cause me to use your full name on this live stream, darling?
it's hilarious. That's all I can say. But I'll between here and there, I'll figure out a way to dilute it, and everybody that are grown ups will be able to understand what I'm saying.
That's wild. Okay, we got Mr. Mark and Miss Crystal, Mr. Pat, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family, DC's mama, Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, our favorite Miss Leona, Steve Amos's father-in-law, PJ Hanley, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, Redfish's wife, Miss Janet. What are you doing, honey? Kenneth Allen, Rodney Middleton, Dan Garrison's daughter, Miss Jolynn, Clay Bunner's grandbabies, Keith Larimore's cousin, Mr. Russell Amon's wife, Miss Brenda, Lee's mama, Miss Brenda Johnson, Barnhill and his family, David Hoskins' granddaughter Emma, Greg Dunn, Phil Kent's mama, Mr. Russell Koopman's granddaughter, Tim's brother Jamie, Mr. Dan Weaver and his church, Shaw Lee, Jen's dad, Gary Stewart. I haven't seen him in a couple weeks either. Michelle Gurley, Castle Hobbs Brian and his family, Blaine's great nephew, Miss Pam from Tampa's Creek, Mr. Dan's nephew, the Terry Harris family, Miss Kathy Baker's great niece Haley, the Murray family, Lee's cousin Stephanie, DC's friend Miss Bree, all our nation's service members, Shauna and her family, James Knoll, Keith Larimore's mama, my brother Jacob, James Pell, Miss Kathy's great nephew Justin Jenkins, Bucks B's wife, Brian Baker's niece Allie, the George Ladner family, and that was Joey's uncle that passed away. And we added Joey's mama last week. I think that's everybody, unless I missed somebody
No,
that I don't know about.
Anybody we need to add to, let us know. We'll get them on here. You got a praise report, let us know, and we'll talk about that too. Let's see, I was looking at Brian and Jen there. So we usually combine ours with peppermint hydrosol that we steal from our own peppermint. Last year, the chickens killed our peppermint using that bed as a dirt bath. Hey, if them chickens are using that one particular spot as a dirt bath, I don't know if you can get your hands on some. Brother, fill that dirt bath up with nothing but pure wood ash. Make sure nothing else is burned in there. But take that wood ash and throw down in that bed, and it'll help knock off any kind of critters and chickens is dealing with, like mites and stuff like that, as far as on the outside. That wood ash is real good for them to waller in. Just had to throw that out there on chicken in. I was watching the chicken video earlier too, and it made me think about all our ways of chicken.
Mm,
People gonna call me crazy,
imagine that.
but I'm okay with that.
Because we know you're.
That's right. Where we at? Okay. Brian and Jen, once again, thank you much. Hooked us up for the hat on the hat here. And let me show y'all what else the man sent. God love them every time they send something here. Or
Rodney baked cornbread.
that man's on the meal there. Hold that for just a second. Let me show these stickers.
That looks good, Rodney.
O'Brien and Jen stickers there. And then he got one in the mix from old Sawmill Charlie for us there.
Dude.
So thank you much for sending that to us.
That
And there's
kind
one
of
over.
threw me off for a second because that was the first one I seen. I was like, wait a minute.
And, thank y'all, Sawmill Charlie. If you're out there watching,
We appreciate it.
appreciate everything. And you got your fine little get up on the stickers there.
Saw blade.
What else? There's from our next get up here.
Sarah sent us a packed out box.
She sure did. My brothers and sisters.
So that's
Yeah.
my favorite part.
You want to save this one for last?
Oh, I don't care. I was just saying that was my favorite.
We'll save this here for last. Send us several different things. Send us some different views, and I'll probably end up whether we do them with honey or I'll take her with them with that epoxy resin. And but I'm gonna say the word. You gotta love her. She sent it in a biohazard bag, which I love. That is awesome, Sarah. But let me get the little valve out of here. Wow. Well, you know what I'm saying. It's a drone and drone kind of thing.
Brian said every year he makes a different sticker to take to the Bee Expo, and he made that one for Charlie this year.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, thank you for sending.
Well, you did good
Charlie
with the picture, Brian.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see very much of it, but I'll try to get it up there. Let you see. Maybe I should put it behind my hand or something like this.
She said this was from her very first dead out from them little boogers.
All right. There's mites in there. And she put them in some rubbing alcohol, and she's had them in there for a good little while, she said. But the original plan, she called and talked to us a couple of weeks back and asked us if we could make her a little display out of the epoxy resin, but put the mites in there so she can set it out on display. And the people can look and see what Varroa mites look like, this and that. So we got a cool little setup that we got that where it's a cylinder is how we're going to do it.
We showed y'all the ones that's on the little LED light stands.
Yep. So she could put it on the light stand, turn the little light on, and it'll illuminate really good, and you'll be able to see these. I'll try to get a shot of them whenever we finally get them finished, but she's probably got, I don't know, Lord of mercy, there's probably 75 of them things in here.
But they're so tiny.
But we're going to get them fixed up for her educational display there. And then I didn't know what in the world this was. When I looked at it, I was like, it looks
like a Coke can.
It does. But it says basil bubbles. And I'm like, dude, what? I don't know about this. Then I got to reading saying guaranteed to grow, just add water. Because at first, before I read that, I didn't tell you this, but I was just before I smelt them and I was like,
you was going to eat it.
I was going to take a bite of it. And I was like, what in the world is this thing? So then I stopped and I was like, you better read whatever this is before you go to chomping down on something. But undoubtedly, you just grow your own basil. Yeah, you grow your own basil out of it. And but it's sweet basil.
I'd like to hear that, Brian. I don't know if I've ever seen that channel.
Well, we'll sure get them added on here, bro. Uh, this is Marty from Yes Honey. But thank you much, Miss Sarah. Have we seen her this
No,
evening yet? Okay.
she may have had grandbabies again this weekend though.
And then what was it, the point of these? You said?
She was just sending little doodads for you to play with in the coasters and stuff.
Okay. All right. This has just got like a
That's what both those bags were for.
few little honeybee things in there. And, once again, to help her make her a few of them little coasters and stuff, this and that. But then,
This was cool.
this is pretty cool. It was.
Where's the letter?
Now, this is the only one we've ever gotten from anybody besides Tom and Melissa at VIA. And we're probably going to treat this one just the same as we did Tom and Melissa's. We ain't ever used it. It's put up what it is. But she sent us
Theirs was a Christmas tree.
They sent us a bar of soap.
Homemade soap.
So, show y'all that there. Sent us that. I wish it was smell-o-vision so y'all can smell it. But, thank you much, Miss Sarah, for the love.
Yes.
And last but not least,
Honeybee stickers.
well, second to last.
Sheet of honeybee stickers. They're adorable though. They got little honey pots and hives and everything.
And just to show y'all, the woman's got jokes. Just for me.
Just for him. This was my favorite. Even though she told me it was coming, it's still my favorite.
A bag of buttons.
It's a whole bag of random
Just
buttons.
Different
For
buttons.
him to make a buttons coaster out of.
So, look, there's an old, I don't know if that's military or not, but there's an old
Looks like a Navy button.
Navy button maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But, yep, I got plenty to do with buttons and M's and this and that.
Yep.
Thank y'all again, Miss Sarah.
I knew
Brian and
you'd
Jen.
like that today. Everybody.
Yeah. We get a kick out of these jokes y'all seeing.
I loved it.
So,
I absolutely loved it. I about fell out when she told me on the phone she was sending him a bag of buttons.
it's just good to see a lot of, everybody got a good sense of humor, and I can take it kind of thing. I'll dish it just as much as I can take it. And, hey, send it on. I'll take it. But
it's good natured fun.
It is. Thank y'all
And
again.
she sent some honey dippers for him to make coasters with too.
But.
Blaine said it reminds me of that Office episode when Kevin pulls a bunch of buttons out of his pocket. Danae says she's got a few cookie cans full of buttons. Oh my word. Clay said that Marty that Brian just said put on the prayer list. Clay said the doctor said it was a miracle he wasn't paralyzed. Sounds like a pretty bad wreck.
Well, anytime. Well, I say anytime. Most times you get in a wreck on a motorbike, and it's oftentimes it's not going to be real good for whoever was on that motorbike.
Danae, he said it was Yes Honey.
Let's see. I'm on YouTube. I'll check it out real quick.
Brian will probably get the link put in before we even get it pulled up. Oh. Blaine said a fellow I worked with years ago hit a deer on a motorcycle.
Ooh.
There's a bunch of Yes Honey channels.
Let me put beekeeping in here, see if it'll do anything. Somebody send me the link.
No. Oh. Philip sends the picture of him and his mama.
I can't find it, y'all. If somebody can find that Yes Honey and put the link in there, that'd be awesome.
That's a sweet picture, Philip.
Yes, and here, let me show y'all this one of Philip and Mama here. Let's just go to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I love them. Let me see. I don't know if it's going.
It's a lot of love right there.
It's just too glary.
Not much shine.
No.
Let me
But
turn some of your studio lights off.
I can't get it up very good. But indeed, that is a loving picture of you and your mama there, my man. Then Rodney sent us here. If we can get that.
Supper he's cooking.
Ain't gonna do it. Y'all can't even tell what. Well, a little bit right there. Got him a good old pan of cornbread. That's right. You gonna eat that cornbread? But, nothing else. If I remember, I'll try to get that picture of Philip and his mama loaded up on next fellowship or this or that. But I'm glad you enjoying your days. Yes, sir.
For sure. What button? I gotta get up. Just say it.
Okay. I'll wait till you get back before I get into Valentine's stories.
What? You can tell one Valentine's story.
Well, that one's gonna be better when you get here.
You cannot tell the other story for the 17th time.
Okay.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Never mind. I'm gonna get in trouble on one. It ain't bad, but
Not used to.
okay. All right. Brian says on Facebook they are Yes Honey Brand. Let's see if we can find them on there like that then. I'll be right with me just a second. See if we can. If they on the YouTube here is Yes Honey Brand. I'm not finding it with Yes Honey Brand on here. Lord knows, either way, the good Lord knows who they are, and we got some names to it here, and we'll definitely keep them on the, or make sure they're on the prayer list here. Y'all bear with me. Let me get back to these comments. Get called up a second. All right, let's see here. Keith Spillman talking about he just checked for dead owls and added a pollen patty to each of his hives. They started bringing in buku pollen around here. Not real sure what yet. Ain't the dandelion ain't kind of made a comeback yet. The nettles are starting to come back pretty good from this cold spell. Not much of the white clover yet. There was a little bit right before this cool spell got in here, but we are starting to see blooms getting on the tie. Some of the red buds that didn't bloom are starting to turn out pretty good now, up and down the highways. Ain't seeing much signs from red maple, anything like that yet around here. And I believe like the further south you get, between more or less closer to the coast, I think a lot of other folks are starting to see more of a pickup on the red maple down that way. But you can definitely tell nature is waking up in these parts for sure. Peach trees are putting out young sprouts or new limage, I guess. But Lord willing, it won't be too long, and things will really kind of start cranking up around here. And just see what goes on, see what happens. Keith Larimore up there, and he's saying they got the red maple still, but it's blooming in waves. Anybody else south of the Mason-Dixon seeing red maple? Yep.
Larimore said the bees are all over our red maple.
For whatever reason, we're kind of slack red maple into things. Because even once like you listen to Dirt Rooster or we do, because we just try to, when things start blooming like everybody else, we try to concentrate on, I guess, more folks down this way to see what's happening, and closer down to the Gulf and this and that, like you hear Mr. Ed talking in his videos. They're already starting to see it down there in South Louisiana. But I guess however it's working in nature, as it starts gradually getting north, it'll be on up here, or as whatever they need to go to blooming. But just ain't really seeing that yet. All right. Well, the typical fashion, I went through, and this probably ain't going to last about 10, 15 minutes on a subject at the most. Unless I can find something else on it that kind of takes it a little deeper dive. But chalk brood, what is it? What's the dealings of it? What to look for? And I got a couple pictures to give a visual for anybody that hasn't seen what chalk brood is or what it may look like in your colony, and different ways of the treatments and symptoms of it, this and that. But on one of the visuals here, I was instructed, well, I guess we wasn't instructed, but it was advised to say, these are not my pictures. So I can't take claim to none of the photos. Y'all don't tell anybody, but I'm part of it. But once I finally get to these things, okay, bingo.
Somewhere.
Yeah, all right, chalk brood. Bingo. Some nasty looking stuff. What is chalk brood? Chalk brood is a common fungal disease of honeybee larvae caused by, say that word for me.
Ascosphaera?
Ascosphaera apis.
No, I probably just butchered that.
Look the word up, I guess. It's a common fungal disease of honeybee larvae caused by that, which turns larvae into hard, white, or black, and it's got quotations, mummies. It primarily affects stressed or weak colonies, particularly in the spring, causing patchy brood crop patterns. While it rarely kills a colony, it can severely reduce population and honey production. Key factors of chalk brood. You got the symptoms. Larvae initially look cottony white, eventually harden into white or black mummies, often found on landing boards or bottom boards. The cause of spread. Ingested spores germinate.
I knows what you're talking about.
Huh?
He just put that big old word in there.
Oh, that's the word. Yes. Y'all say it how you want
Did
to.
I butcher it, Brian, or was I close?
The cause of spread, ingested spores germinate in the larva's gut, killing them, and are spread within the hive by nurse bees. Risk factors, high humidity. Boy, have we got that around here. Poor ventilation, cold and weak colony strength make hives more susceptible. Treatment and management. No chemical treatments are recommended. Management relies on improving ventilation, replacing old combs, and boosting hive health. All right, now we're going to dive in a little bit deeper in it here. And it's saying the background, it is kind of, let me go back to this picture. It is kind of rough looking situation that goes on up in there, that's for sure. Okay. Chalk brood disease background. And this comes from Be Aware, their website. Chalk brood disease is caused by fungus of what Brian put in the comments. The fungus rarely kills infected colonies, but can weaken it and lead to reduce in honey yields and susceptibility to other bee pests and diseases. Young infected larvae do not usually show signs of disease, but will die upon being sealed in their cells as pupae. Worker bees will uncap the cells of dead larvae, making mummies clearly visible before sometimes removing the mummified larvae and depositing them on the hive floor or at the entrance of the hive. Chalk brood disease is present throughout most of Australia, and it is generally higher when a colony is subject to temperature changes, particularly cooler weather or sources of stress. Chalk brood disease is not usually a serious disease, as healthy honeybee colonies will usually be able to tolerate it, and are generally higher when a colony is subject to temperature changes or other sources of stress. Some stressors on the colony may include long periods of wet or dry conditions, poor nutrition, a failing queen bee, or the movement of hives.
That's what Brian just put in the chat. He said he's only gotten chalk brood a couple of times, but he just requeened them.
So there we go. That's one good way to remedy that, I reckon.
So.
Especially if it persists within the colony.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Chalk brood disease is most common in the spring when temperatures are cooler, but the brood is rapidly expanding and the smaller honeybee worker force cannot maintain brood nest temperature. Usually the first larvae that are affected by chalk brood disease are those developing around the edges of the brood where the brood nest temperatures are harder to maintain. The stages of chalk brood disease are as follows. Infection. Infection occurs when the larva ingest the fungal spores of their food, unlike other pathogen fungi, which can infect the bee larva externally. The A. apis can only affect it if it is ingested. Once ingested, the spore produces long filaments known as hyphae,
Hyphae? I think.
which penetrate the larva's gut wall in order to absorb nutrients from the larva. Ultimately, the germinating spore causes the larva to die of starvation. Larvae infected with chalk brood disease usually die after uncapping. The fungal growth. Nutrients are absorbed through parts of the fungi known as the mycelium, which appear as the visible fluffy white fungal growth, similar to white mold on bread or very fine cotton wool. After a few days of growing within the larva's body, the mycelium breaks out of the end of the larva, typically leaving the head unaffected. The larva The larva and fungus swells until it fills the cell it is contained in. Then, after a few days, the white fungal growth hardens, adopting the cell's hexagon shape to form a white, chalky, like mummy, which gives the disease its name. Spores. The mummified larva will transition from white to gray/black color, which shows the completion of the fungal life cycle and the creation of new spores capable of infecting a new larva host. These spores will remain capable of infecting other bee larvae for up to 15 years.
That's crazy.
Each chalk brood mummy will produce millions of spores which stick to the hive components, pollen, and adult bees. Spread typically occurs when there is an accumulation of mummies behind the worker bees.
Beyond the worker
Or
bees
beyond
capacity.
the worker bee's capacity to manage. If worker bees remove mummified larvae from the hive before the spores are produced, before the mummy larva transitioning to the gray or black color, the spread of the fungus within the hive will be limited.
Cassie Osborne just came in.
And there's our education for the evening.
That professor suit needed.
Yeah. But I'm looking for one. Don't y'all worry. I am on the hunt.
Ian came in.
Mr. Ian up there, he's in the cold country, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, good to see you. Ricky, good to see you, Captain. Appreciate everybody dropping on by this evening.
Yeah, we did. I
But
haven't seen Joey anywhere. Hope he's okay. Maybe he just got family over.
he may be so. I think a lot of times they get together on the weekends, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But where's that there? There's our beekeeping for tonight. He just walked in the door.
There's Joey. I knew he'd be here.
We're gonna try to take. We finally got the word in that there's a gentleman, and thank goodness, it's like, it's one of them, you're glad you know people that know people, because at first, thinking about this, me and Hannah's talked about it, it's like, how in the world can we get to this guy and talk to him and just pick his brain on like local beekeeping for us down here in the South? And undoubtedly, we had talked to Hannah's uncle several months back, said, hey, look, if you run into Mr. Andy Webb, can you ask him if we come by and pick his brain on how he was so successful in beekeeping down here? Because the man,
he's like the beekeeper.
yes, like the commercial guy down here in South Alabama, I guess, especially back in the old days. He used to own a restaurant up close to where he lives, and I'd have never dreamed of it. But when I was on the ambulance, we went and ate up there a couple times while we were staged in that part of the county. And that old restaurant was called the Beehive. Well, Mr. Andy owned, or still owns, a commercial beekeeping operation. And seen a big old picture he had in there. I remember being on the ambulance and sitting there eating and looking at that old picture, and it was from the 1970s, and it's the anatomy of the honeybee.
Showed it to y'all. That food we done something with it.
Can I get it and show them?
If you really want to.
It's not that big of a picture. It's not a big picture.
It takes up the entire wall of my hallway. I come home. I don't remember where I was, because usually I'm not gone by myself. He had rearranged the living room. Yeah.
It's not that big.
Really?
Yeah. So, kind of give you an idea. It's about 4 foot by
Something.
3 foot square. Not too
Enough
big
to trigger Jasper.
Yeah. But he had that old thing in his restaurant for 100 dozen years. Well, I'm going somewhere with this, so y'all bear with me.
Rearranged everything.
Rock on 20-something years. He has a big old estate sale up there and sells off a bunch of his old beekeeping equipment. Well, me and old dude, we battled over that thing in that estate sale a minute. I told her, I said, if that picture costs me $100, I'm coming home with it. I don't care. He's not going to get it. Well, she's like rolling her eyes, whatever.
Jasper thought it was a boogeyman coming through the door.
Well, lo and behold, we rock on a few more years within the last 6 months. Her uncle runs into Mr. Webb, which they all grew up and went to school together back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And undoubtedly, his daddy was big time in beekeeping back then. And we asked Hannah's uncle, said, look, if you run into Mr. Andy, can you talk to him and see if we can come by and just pick his brain on how he was so successful around here? And I'll just put it like this. The man was good enough to where he sold his honey to Nestle. Mm-hmm. They was his bread. Nestle was his bread and butter. And I'd love to get there one day, but you know what I mean?
But
yeah, we ain't there by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But our whole point was, if you talk to him, see if it's all right, come by and pick his brain. And he run into him and he said, yeah, y'all too. Just give me a call and come up.
Send us his phone number. That's just awesome.
Come up, chit chat with him. So
we're excited.
We're going to try to catch a day to where he ain't too terribly busy, because I imagine with his operation, he is already cranking up and then some.
Probably so.
But hope to sit down and see if we can kind of get some of the old time secrets of how well he was successful in his operation and was able to get to where he is. But he's pretty well now to the point of, he's in retirement, and from kind of our understanding, some of his family is still running the operation, but for the most part, Mr. Andy just kind of makes sure everything's still good and steady. We're going to try. We're going to ask for it. We're going to ask his permission to see if we can sit down and just video some of him. And
Danae said, "So you're gonna do a video, right?"
yeah, we're really hoping so. But if not, I'm definitely going to take a notebook and this and that and jot down any information that the man gives to us on being able to take the thing and really do a little bit more with it as we're wanting to do. Because at one point, his operation isn't too terribly far from Hannah's grandma, the old place we talk about. Well, the old place in the late 1820s all the way up into the early 1920s, especially whenever the old M&O Railroad run through here.
The business was booming.
Yes, undoubtedly, Central Alabama was the #1 producer of Italians, and I think they called them more black bees back then. But Italians and the black bee, and raising queens. And they was the biggest distributors of Italians and queens in the whole U.S. And they also shipped to parts of Canada, according to the old history of it. So on the history end, as far as the local part on our portion of it, I'd love to know, was that some of your people involved with it as well, this and that? If not, then what other portion of the history do you know on it?
I know, Eric. It's one of them you could brew a pot of coffee and just sit on the porch and listen.
Well, I got to hurry up and get on it because I made a foul one day to a big time beekeeper we all know on the YouTube here. Oh, yeah. I was on the phone with him one day and I was telling him the story.
Oh, he said, you better do a video on it.
Yeah, he said, you better get up there before I do and do a video on it.
Yeah.
So I'm on the push of it. I have to beat Randy, the dirt rooster, up there to do this. So,
yeah.
Laura will, and maybe in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to get up there and do a little video on the history of that. And
that'd be kind of cool.
I think let me look on here. I think I still got a picture of the old Central Apiary little pamphlet thing they did. I don't know if I'll be able to read it off this small screen. I think looks like I took it out of here, making room for other stuff. Yep, I did. I believe.
Blaine said the race is on.
Oh, it is. No, here we go.
Yeah.
Let me get us off of here. But that's the operation, and they're in Central Alabama right there, and that's the old M&O Railroad at the Central train depot. And the gentleman right there with the old railroad cart, that is a package of bees that they were sending off back then. But I can't read the letters. They're too small right now on here for me to see. But, I mean, astronomical prices of beans were like $1.
Yes.
That kind of thing.
That was for the good queens.
It and packages were a little bit of nothing back then, as far as way inflation has hit nowadays on ours. But I imagine it was hard to come by $12 for a package of bees. Well, what's happening, man?
I was trying to get that name to put in there.
I'm not sure how to
I
say it. I'm
found
going
it.
to butcher it.
Vanita?
I'll
I
let
don't
you.
know.
I'll let you say it. No disrespect, but we're terrible with names.
Yeah.
I say,
I'm just gonna say hi. Welcome in.
that's it. Good to see. Uh, but yeah, I mean, we kind of sitting on ready. Once again,
The bee's been flying for sure. I left the cooking pan out on the porch that I dumped some crumbs off and filled it up with water. Well, it filled up water when it rained, but been having to save bees out of it. I left leaves in there, thinking they'd land on them and not drown.
Yeah.
So I
well,
pulled like 4 out and called him to pull a few out.
I did, and I pulled them out, and I set them on our little landing deal for the porch, and we had just moved all our plants that we had inside for the winter. We had put all our plants back outside since spring's getting close. So I took these 4 or 5 little OBs that was still moving around. I got them out of
Laid
the
them in
water.
the sun. They're drying out. They're helping each other. And what does he do? He goes to pick up the biggest flower pot off that porch. But he just grabbed it and drug it straight across them little honeybees I had just rescued from that pan of water. He did. I was like, what was the point in saving them just to do that to him?
Told her I said I
That was
forgot.
horrible. Yeah, in 40 whole seconds, he completely forgot we just laid those poor little bees out there to dry.
Look, they were old bees, winter bees. That was probably their last trip anyway.
You've got a friend. They like the American flag background.
Thank you much. Thank you much. Got several brothers and sisters enjoyed it as well.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what side you're on, we love a flag.
Oh, they're not from America. Well, where are you from? That's your screech owl again?
Yeah, problem. So
I think getting too close to the house.
India. All right, all right.
India, okay.
Hey, we got India, Zimbabwe. Who else? Sweden.
New Zealand.
Was it New Zealand?
Somebody from Sweden was in not long ago.
Yeah. We appreciate
That's
all y'all
cool.
over there.
So do you keep bees? I don't know if they have a maintenance there or not.
I don't know. Not we can tell you what not to do. That's for sure.
Oh, wow. We just kind of get on here and hang out. We keep honeybees. That's what kind of brings everybody together in here. But it's just a fellowship chat. We just all get together on Sunday night and hang out for a little while.
We'll try to talk some bees, and most time it diverts off into
Ain't no telling.
life,
It's just random. Just totally random.
food.
Yeah, lots of food.
This and that. But hey, if you're scrolling through YouTube and we popped up over there in India, either way, we appreciate you hitting the button. Come on in.
Oh, hey, speaking of food though, Blaine, should have invited you for supper yesterday. We made a big old crawfish etouffee and rice and dinner rolls.
Yeah,
No, I didn't make marshmallows. I ran out of time. I didn't really run out of time, but I ran out of energy completely. And plus, he ate so much etouffee, he wouldn't eat dessert anyway.
No, Lord, no. She come up. Well, on the way home, we finished our work Thursday, and we had to do some errands Friday. And on the way home, she was asking me, "Well, what do you want for the Valentine's dinner?"
It wasn't like, where are we going? What 5-star restaurant? It was like, what you want to cook? to stay home
Because she knows I'm not
and
going to a
eat.
5-star restaurant.
No, we're from way down south Alabama. Ooh, collard greens and candy yams. That sounds good.
But she asked me, she said, well, what you want for Valentine's supper? And I was like,
Oh no.
yeah, I don't know. I ain't even thought about it, to be honest with you. And she said, well, what about an etouffee? I said, now that
Yeah.
sounds good. So she said, stop by the local Walmart, went in there, pointed at my cameras, had me a good old time with security and the cameras in Walmart, grabbed all the fixings for it. Then this was Friday. And she was going to cook it Friday. But on the way there, I said, look, I said, why don't we go over there to Mississippi and we'll eat catfish tonight? And then if you want to cook for Valentine, what have you, we did it at etouffee then. And that's what we sure enough did. We loaded up, went and got us a good plate of, well, she ate her catfish fillets. I had me some fried shrimp, onion rings, coleslaw, puppies. And
Mm-hmm.
we come on home, and like I said, yesterday she made a mean pot of that etouffee, and buddy, she brought me a bowl that was heaping, fellas. I'm telling you, you know what it's like when your woman says, "Yeah,
Mm.
I fixed you a good one,"
You look hungry.
and buddy, did she?
Harry, have you ever tried making an etouffee with crawfish? He said he don't like them straight from the shell, but he likes them every other way.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Get you something that's come from Louisiana. Make sure on the back of it says Louisiana crawfish. Don't get nothing from across the pond over there. But if you can find something with Louisiana crawfish, look on the internet, what have you. Didn't you do an etouffee video? Or did we?
I think we did the crawfish concoction stuff. We made some leave on video.
Maybe.
I don't know if I've ever done an etouffee on a video.
But I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
Oh, Ziggy, it is so good. It is so good. Long as you ain't got to peel.
Hey, there is a trick to getting them. You can get the vein all in one run and about 2 pulls.
That's what I hate. I don't mind peeling them, but I hate deveining them. I'll be sitting there with a pile of paper towels looking like I'm changing baby diapers kind of thing because I ain't putting that crap in my mouth.
Let me tell y'all how to get them veins out. Super simple, especially if your if your crawfish are cooked right, you can do this just about every single time and you'll pull that whole vein. But instead of starting at the top and pulling that shell on down and trying to break it up, you grab the tail where that tail fans out. You grab that tail right there and you break it to the right and you break it to the left and you'll feel it breaking that shell.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't yank it. You just have to kind of be steady with it, but just pull it out of there. And just about 90% of the time, you'll pull that whole vein out at one run. And then you just peel the rest of your crawfish and gobble that bad boy up and move on to the next one.
Most folks from Louisiana are good cooks. I haven't met anybody from Louisiana that was a bad cook.
You find you a good Cajun, you'll find a good meal in Louisiana.
I've heard people making etouffee out of all kind of stuff. Out of catfish, out of turtle, out of crawfish, out of crab, shrimp, all kinds of stuff. Philip said his mama. Okay, look, the one thing we're not gonna hash out on here is politics and laws. Just sorry, Google it. Find a chat that's talking about that. I don't know what else to tell you, but we're not gonna go into all that on here.
Yeah, we try to leave politicking at the door.
Yeah. This is just a chill, hang out for a little while kind of thing. Oh, yeah, for sure, Blaine.
She just don't want to hear me get wound up in.
No, I'm not gonna. It's been a week. I'm trying to keep in a good mood, and politics is just not going there.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're doing the beekeeping and the food and wherever else we go, but it ain't never politics. It just ain't never politics and laws.
No.
But yeah, like James said, honeybees.
Whatever else with them little gals.
Oh yeah, Shane. I mean, you peel out a big crawfish, you ain't gonna get a piece of meat that long out the tail of it.
But, only in the state of Alabama. I believe it is. Only in the state of Alabama.
DC's back. What?
You can find blue crawfish. We have blue. They are like
neon blue.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll get about the same size as regular old red crawfish, this or that. But you do get them things. We had one as a pet, but it annihilated all our little catfish, and he went away.
Yeah, Clay, I'm with you. I think they're all the same thing. It's just a little different pronunciation in different parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, DC. It just depends on where the person's from you talking to as to what they call them.
Below the Mason-Dixon is crawfish or crawdad. Above the Mason-Dixon is crayfish. But they're the exact same little mud bug.
Yeah, they little lobsters, mud bugs. Yeah.
But buddy, are they good when you get some seasoning to them?
Mm-hmm. That's it, Joe. Mainly the prep makes the difference.
See, like Brian's saying, up there in Ohio, they call it crayfish.
Crayfish.
But
yeah, you're going to get laughed at if you say crayfish.
We're going to go, you ain't from here, are you?
Uh-huh.
But we'll get you a good meal with them either or.
Yeah. I know, Eric. I think I seen one. It's been a while since we went to pet store, but they might those about $30, $40.
Something
Last
like that.
time we looked at them for a blue one.
Yeah, but I think they're more of like mid-state Alabama, up that way where you find them more often instead of down here. I imagine you can find them in our ditches or deltas or wherever you're trying to look for
them. That's not always bad, Brian.
Depends on what the conversation was on the bless your
That's
heart.
why I said it's not always bad.
If you're telling a story of, man, we had 2 flats coming down here and this or that, and somebody says, bless your heart, they're honestly meaning, like, brother, I hate that happened to you. He said,
they meant it bad.
Oh. But if it's one of them, then, yeah.
Yeah, if you know it's bad, but yeah, it's probably worse than you think it was.
They're making fun of you, just to be honest with you, I guess. Well, bless his heart, he didn't know, whatever it was, kind of thing, or situation. So,
I'm sure you Yankees got something you say to the Southern people that come up there, though.
Oh, well, I imagine there's something along their lines of bless your heart.
Yeah.
These slow, crazy people.
They'd be calling everybody Forrest Gump behind them. He said we're all nice.
Hey, well, I don't know if y'all watch him, but the dude's pretty funny. But seeing Brian's comment on there where we're all nice. Oh, man, what's the dude's name? Charlie something or another. but he's from the Midwest up there, and he's constantly doing stuff about the Midwest, about how, like, if he caused an automobile accident, one of his last videos was where he got out and he apologized to them people for them hitting him because everybody's so nice up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
Oh, my word. Up here, we're more direct. Oh, man. It's funny.
Well, whenever down here, I guess there's about 3 things to where you'll get a good direct answer on messing with something. And that's
Blaine said my wife and her best friend kept telling me to quit saying hi to everybody in Chicago when we're walking down the street.
yeah. Well, I
Oh
mean,
my gosh. But see, down here, that's etiquette. You better wave when you pass them on the dirt road, and you better smile. And if you're on the same sidewalk, you're expected to at least say hello. Something.
Because I'm going to tell you.
That's just manners.
If you don't wait, especially, which it ain't so much like Alabama's gotten away from it a lot, but we talk about this every time we go to Mississippi. As soon as we cross that Mississippi state line, it don't matter who it is, everybody waving to you. You pass them at 100 miles an hour, and they gonna wave to you. Hey,
you at least get the little one finger off the steering wheel.
Yeah, not the middle one either.
She said like Crocodile Dundee in the
yeah, pretty much. Just I'm out of my element here, kind of thing. But
yeah. I don't know if I'd last in New York.
I would not last in New York for what I see. Like New York City. Imagine you get out in the country, places like that, then it gets a little bit more relaxed. But
I wasn't going to say it, Brian, but that's all I've ever heard. I've never really hung out with anybody up there. Mr. Russell said, don't come down my street.
Oh, yeah. You'd have a time to get to Mr. Russell Street.
That's true, Eric. But, I mean, you got to admit, it's more pleasant dealing with that than somebody talking down and through their nose telling you to mind your own business. He said I had some Southern friends and was all working in Michigan. And my Southern friends were like, Brian, you folks up here are rude.
What's wrong with y'all? Can't even talk to nobody. Say, old head, you nod your head at a man a lot around here. And that's either how you doing or, if something's going on.
Keep your distance.
Or if there's a particular situation going on around you and you look at that fella and he nods at you and you nod at him, it's like we're reading each other on the same level. So even though I don't know you, I got you back, kind of thing. So I guess we got our own little ways of talking to folks around here, but
mannerisms.
It is. It's good. I wouldn't change it. I mean, it's true. Whenever you can find a place with some good Southern hospitality, they're gonna love you. They're gonna make sure you get fed, and the most important thing, they're gonna pray for you.
Mm-hmm.
And for you women, a man's gonna hold a door for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. And by golly, especially if you see a woman that is in her golden years, I'm saying.
That's a nice way to put it.
That every gentleman pretty well had better wait for that woman to be able to make her way inside that door.
They say chivalry's dead. Y'all just come to the South and act right. But that's the key. You got to act right. Right. I don't blame you the way the women talk to folks up there. My brother's was up there working, or my older brother was. He went to like New Jersey or something. He was working on his alignment at that point and got called up. His crew got called up there after one of them ice storms or something. And he said he held the door open for a woman his first or second day up there going in a gas station or something. Said the woman cussed him up one side and down the other and informed him that that ain't expected around there. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm a long way from home and I need to go back."
Well,
But down here, it's a whole other world.
well, it's one of them. Where I come from, if my daddy seen me not do that for a woman, no matter your age, either you gonna get scolded one way or another from your daddy, kind of thing. Then if it gets down to mama, she's gonna get on to you and say, "What's wrong with you not holding that door for that woman?" Whenever you seen her come walking in, this or that.
Even the kids, the little dudes will hold doors for women down here.
Yeah.
Kids all his age, he'll grab a door for people.
I'll grab it. There's only, which I may fire somebody up with this one,
Oh,
but there's only
let me go out.
one woman or some women that I will not hold the door for. And that's if you're presenting yourself as a man. Then you can get your own doors. Because if you're going to act like a man and look like one, I'm not going to treat you like a lady. So you can get your own door kind of stuff. But
Eric said a woman got snarky with me once for holding the door. I just said, "Look, you go talk to my mom about that. She raised me this way."
that's it. And your mama did a fine job.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Russell's with you.
Thank you. I got one other group.
Oh my gosh. Did I do it? Didn't I?
Yeah, everybody felt that.
I didn't get you. Whatever.
Then they picked right up on it.
He don't discriminate against the rotund. He just discriminates against the rude people.
That's it. I don't care if you are a beautiful woman or she is ugly as homemade sin. I'll hold the door.
That's terrible to say.
Well, if she's a beautiful woman or if she's a little homely looking, I'll hold the door for her. But if you present yourself in the way of that, then no.
I told you it's been a long way. I honestly didn't even realize I rolled my eyes. That's just a natural reaction. Bless my little heart.
I just gotta love us. You got people. Oh, mercy.
Y'all are terrible. They're terrible.
Oh.
I don't even know what to say to
Cat got her tongue on that one, Brian. Ooh.
I'm just gonna hug my dog.
All right. Gain your composure. We're live on TV.
I hadn't heard that in a while.
No, that's good stuff. What was the other word we said we ain't heard in a long time? I was telling you coming home from Mississippi. Cahoots? Was it cahoots or what was that? We was having our conversation about on the way home. So we're gonna have to bookmark this chapter later.
We need to move to a different topic. This is getting more dangerous than politics. Off the rails.
Or everybody getting off on the ugly stick.
How about them crawfish?
I was fixing to say, if you have any complaints, send them to Castle House.
Real. Cut it all off, Brian. Oh my gosh. I know, Bill. Some women it will, but it'll aggravate the snot out of me. Because like, he really will. Even if a woman is like on the other side of a parking lot, he'll wait on her and hold the door, especially if she has anything in her hands or something. But you know, half of them heifers will just walk right by and not even acknowledge him, kind of thing. Well, I'm that wife. I'll holler out, "Baby, thank you for holding that door."
Oh,
Like, you know, don't be rude about it. He's trying to be nice.
I'll tell him too. And I'm not expecting a thank you by any means, but it's just, I guess, courtesy at the same time. I tell him, well, you know, you're welcome. That kind of thing. Moving on to the next one.
Aggravate me, though. Like, really bad.
It don't take long, Eric, for the train wreck to happen. Not in these parts.
It's been more than one time I've threatened to take my flip flop off today.
So you even blame, you know, you're welcome. You know, it don't go, it's no more of a nice you're welcome. It's more of, I'm being a smart aleck now.
It's that different tone of voice.
Yeah.
It's like the distinction in the bless your hearts.
But I have to watch it sometimes too, because she'll tell me, she don't get on to me or nothing like that. But I guess with certain women, I guess in their tone, they'll say, how do they say it? Thank you. The thank you.
Oh, like on that video we watched?
Yes.
The not pretty ones have rich dad.
Yeah, that's the one that's got it on the
gotta
truck.
make up for that ugly stick, baby.
Yeah. Daddy's money right here.
Oh my god.
Joey says, meanwhile, back at the beehive.
Yeah, for real. Let's get back to the beehive. Oh my gosh. This is the most entertaining. Because this one has the worst train wrecks. Jasper will probably take off and wipe the camera out again.
All right, well.
Need to fall asleep again.
Tell a partial story on this nephew of mine since we derailed.
He talk about a gentleman.
He was a little Ollie man. Most of y'all that's been with us for a while know about a Wally.
Danae, you'll appreciate this story.
And we went and picked him up from school the other day. And him and his little brother got in the back, and they was, y'all know boys, and it's just constant, yeah, this and that. Well, the little brother was aggravating Ollie about
Ollie's got him a girlfriend now. He said that he'd been sweet on her for a couple years. They've been best friends, but
he's 9.
Yeah. But they had a conversation the other day, and they're official now. So, yeah. His first girlfriend, his first Valentine's Day. So he gets money out of his savings, and he gives it to his mama. He picks something online. Mom, I want you to order this. Give my little girl for Valentine's Day. It's like, okay. Well, it comes in. And it was a long, drawn-out story. There was mass confusion. But he didn't take the toy to school to give to her on Valentine's Day. He's going to meet her at the park this weekend. But, Danae, the sweetest part, like where I was like, oh my gosh, he's like the perfect first boyfriend for anybody. But he didn't want the gift to get taken from him at school and not be able to give it to her. But he had to have something for his girl to have on Valentine's, so she wasn't the only girl that didn't have a present for Valentine's Day. Do you know what this sucker did? He made her, like handmade, drew, colored, painted a Valentine card for her. But you tell him what he put in the Valentine. It was, he told his mama, it was the least I could do. So she had something on Valentine's Day at school.
Well, first of all, Uncle Tim is going to have to give him some instruction
Mm.
on the next part, because the boy is simping. He's 9 years old and he's simping already.
He's in love.
He's
Is what
okay. Well, God love it. He's 9 years old and he has done an excellent job of saving money. And he's got him a good little nest egg at 9 years old.
Shoot, he got a better nest egg than we got at 40.
Well, I mean,
What are you talking about?
that's what I'm saying. The little fella has taken his money and he's putting it up for birthdays and, different things. And he was talking to me the other week. He said, Uncle Tim, you're teaching me about business and I want to come to work with you, but Mama told me, said there's child labor laws. And so I had to discuss child labor laws with him for a minute. I said, but
he's so serious about everything.
I can work things out to where you can make a few dollars with Uncle Tim here and there on work, this and that. Well, like I said, he's got his own nest egg. Well, he makes her his own little Valentine's card for her. And it was something.
Wrote the sweetest little poem in there.
What was it? Roses are red, violets are blue.
God is special and so are you.
Yeah, that's what he wrote to his little girlfriend.
I thought it was the sweetest thing.
Awesome. Uncle Tim loves it. You're learning to woo. Okay. Great job. Well, here comes the simping part. This little joker goes digging in his doggone piggy bank, and his mama didn't even know about this until after the fact.
He thought of this all by himself at the last minute.
Yeah. He says, well, I was afraid they was going to take the toy I bought her at school. And, once again, I didn't want her not to get a Valentine. So I figured his words were, this is the least I could do. That joker threw $100 bill
in her handmade Valentine card
at 9 years old.
I was like, dude, what? Dude, what?
Hannah come in telling me that a while ago.
I about fell out. My sister called me, telling me this. I was like, dude, what is he gonna do when he's 15, 16? Like, man. 9-year-olds for Valentine's. But that's what it's come to these days? Like, good grief.
Still.
That's it. $100. Like, dude, who do you think you're in competition with? At night, you're in the 4th grade. Like, is it really that bad?
Like, he drew her in like a moth to a flame right there.
Oh, my gosh.
But
oh, yeah, because even Abby was telling me, too. I didn't tell you this part, but his little girlfriend, because Abby's friends with her mom, and Nora is texting Abby on her mama's phone asking for ideas because she didn't know they were going to do Valentine's Day. So she's trying to figure out what to get Ollie for Valentine's since he got her 2 gifts. Yeah, for real. Blake. Your next closest.
I got 5 in on it.
He's securing that down. I cannot believe it. But he come home and like he had been at his dad's, but he come back home to my sister and he's carrying the gift he had her, and she's like, dude, what happened? And she said he was so proud of himself. He goes, Mom, let me tell you what I did. It's like, Ain't no way he just did this crap. I laughed for an hour about that mess. I cannot believe for a 9-year-old's Valentine. And that's what it is.
Like I told Hannah, I said, we had kind of had this conversation after she had got off the phone with him. I said, but when I was at his age in the 3rd grade, I don't know, probably a bunch of y'all may have had these in school a little bit, but all we would get was like a packet of little Valentine cards at school to put the picture on them.
No, Blaine, it was real. It wasn't a special.
Yeah, no, they can mark that baby and go, this is legal tender here.
Oh, my
But
word. That was hilarious.
I'm going to have to sit down and have a talk with him. Man, you don't throw all your eggs in one basket at the same time.
Philip had his Yankee joke we missed.
Where are we at?
There you go. He said, Yankees are like hemorrhoids. If they come down and don't go back, they're not too bad. But if they come down and stay, they're a pain in the rear. They call them something else down here, Philip.
Well, we call them snowbird.
No.
No, well, yeah.
But I can't say it on YouTube.
How's that go? Let me see if I can put it without.
The ones that go home are Yankees. The ones that stay are the D word.
Yeah. Yeah. The darn Yankees is the ones that stay.
Beaver Dam Yankees.
Yeah.
There we go.
But that's we enjoy it when y'all come down. We love folks coming down, seeing our beautiful beaches and stuff like that. In the northern parts of Alabama, it's real pretty up there too. Kind of thing. I think that's where Sarah and them stay at up there way up North Alabama when they come to.
Yeah.
One of them parts.
Fort something. Payne?
Yeah, they stop in Fort Payne because they go, I think, to the Alabama Museum, the old group Alabama.
Yeah.
See all that.
Yeah, because you got the shirt that says Sweet Home Alabama. Well, you've almost talked your way through, Button.
Is it 2 hours already?
It's 8:53.
Come on. What time has flew by this evening?
You missed your friends.
We've had so much good conversation between crawfish and chalk brew.
That's a heck of a combination.
Ugly sticks and the whole everything. I think we've done good this evening, people.
That was the kicker comment for this evening.
I have to say.
That one threw me for a loop.
All right.
You too, later more.
Y'all take care, man.
Oh, no.
I want to see Minnesota Mike, or the answer to that, because
that's what I was saying.
Because we got one for y'all on that.
What?
All right. Whenever we decided to do right by the Lord and get married.
Yeah. Because you didn't really want to marry me.
Well, I did, but we just we knew we had to, if we're going to live the life as we should be living, we should be married, kind of thing. So
I know, bro. That was a heck of a way to say it.
And it's the full, even as an Alabamian, I'm embarrassed that this phone call even come through while we were sitting there getting our marriage license. We're not cousins. Let me say that. We're not cousins. There's no blood anywhere with us. So, but
oh, Lord.
We were sitting there. We was filling out all the paperwork the state wants you to have to get married, what have you, get our fancy little certificate, this and that. Well, we was sitting there, and all of a sudden, the lady that was doing everything, the phone rang. And she starts talking this and that, marriage license, and so on and so forth. But long story short,
We hear the woman say, no, ma'am, you cannot marry your uncle in the state of Alabama.
true story.
Your blood uncle. Oh, dude.
And we looked at that woman and we was like, did you really have that conversation that we just heard? And she said, you will be surprised at the phone calls I get on that. We're like, oh my word. That's messed up, people. This or that.
No, Blaine, they didn't give us no trouble with the license. He said, because y'all ain't cousins, they gave y'all trouble with the
Yeah.
license.
We're going to have to review this and that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. At least they called and asked before they went down there. And, you know, this is my uncle, Daddy, and I love him.
You need to stop, is what you need to do. You need to end this live stream because it's getting too far off the rails.
Mm.
There's too many forks in y'all's family tree for us to approve this marriage.
Yeah.
He's my uncle twice removed. This is wrong.
I love it.
Mm.
That's true. That's what happens in our world.
Like Brian said, him and his wife got together, had 2 kids, separated for 13 years, got back together and got married, and their kids were in the wedding.
Well, they got
That's
together
a heck of a story, Brian. That's not the norm for the people down here. That's one of them way out of left field cases that he shouldn't spread online. They done arguing it.
They sure did.
Can you blame them? Like, Lord help, if I didn't know us, I'd probably run too.
Yeah, you from the bank?
I mean, come on, seriously, if you just stumbled on this on YouTube and you had no idea who we were, I'd run off too.
Welcome to America.
Oh, God. I gotta get up and let Jasper out, so I'm gonna let y'all have this. It's nice.
It's so nice. I spit my tea out. Lord.
What in the world?
Joey says he got first cousins after third cousin.
Joey. All right, now you gotta break it down, Joey. You gotta break it down.
Well, there wasn't a bunch of forks in the tray and that.
There wasn't enough. Oh my gosh, Brian and Miss Kathy, y'all came in at the wrong. Well, it's the dude from I'm my own crab. What?
Same note, so it had to start somewhere.
How you figure though, for real, Joey? How does that work? You got me curious. I'd like to introduce you to my wife. What the what? This is getting creepy.
I think you like her.
You talk about the Bubba J.
Indeed, some Bubba J right there. I didn't think of
Philip
that.
said on my mama's side, my great grandparents and great 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 grandparents were third cousins. Oh, you did miss a lot. Oh, hey, Jeremy! Congratulations to y'all. I figured y'all be honeymoon and didn't come in.
I don't know how long you been here, but y'all ain't cousins, are you?
Oh my! Shut up! What is wrong with you?
I'm just picking, brother. You have to go back and see
What is wrong with you?
5 minutes ago to where it went into
I know, Jasper.
everywhere we just went with all that.
Oh my gosh.
I promise I'm not being ugly to you, brother. It just
Lord.
fell in right there at that moment.
Honest, Jasper. Look at him. Look, he's saying bless your heart. Like, what is wrong with you? I did miss it, Joey. I'm sorry. Okay, my dad and his cousin married sisters. That's wild. It's really wild.
Okay. But yeah, Jeremy, Hannah was telling me today that
yeah, Shane, they got married on Valentine's Day.
mhm.
And she looked like an absolute supermodel. This will be a watchover for sure. I'm gonna take this one down.
It's just gonna say we was poking fun of everybody. I mean,
Well, I mean,
you have to go back and
can you
see.
blame her? There wasn't no online DNA database you could go look at to see if you can.
Oh, that's cool.
That was pretty cool, Jeremy.
So thank y'all much. We went and told the bees and left them a piece of cake.
No roost.
Mr. Bill Lee, that's a good one there.
Oh Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord.
Eric said YouTube says we're calendar managers right now. How do we
Yeah.
handle this one here?
For real. I don't even know what to do with him. At all.
Hmm.
I'm fixing to go let my dog out for real. Brian said his sister is married to her stepbrother. Their dad and mom, her dad and his mom got married after they got married.
Well, if they're step, then hey,
There's no
blood.
relation at
Yeah.
all.
Okay, hey. I imagine there's probably several people that got married and this or that stepbrother, but the bloodline thing, that's where the tree needs to form away from that.
Shane said that's a smart move. You only need one present for Valentine's and the anniversary.
That's brilliant thinking.
I doubt that's where their minds were at when they got married. All right, buttons. I'm out for it. I'm gonna let Jasper out before he has a conniption fit.
All right.
I gotta get some feeling back in my leg.
We'll hang on here a few minutes because I really got to see some more of these comments before I wind down.
Joey, no. Oh my gosh. I'll see y'all next week. I hope y'all have a better week than this night has gone. This is insane.
Blaine said that would be to meet my sister and my wife. I think you like her.
Is that your cousin or your girlfriend? Philip. Oh my word.
Y'all some hilarious folks, I gotta say.
I'm going with this burger.
She said I'm going with Disturbed. But hey, it makes for a good laugh. If we can't laugh and cut up, there ain't no sense in.
Disturbed, right?
Well, somebody's got to talk about it, I reckon. Mm. I know. Uh, I'm Brian said instead of 23 and me, send the DNA to 21 and hope for two more. Yes, I guess abortion could be a little bit uncomfortable for some to speak about.
What?
Oh, the whole train has derailed, Joey. Not just we ain't have one jump the track tonight. We got a full on mass casualty situation going on.
Since the flipping hazmat.
That's it, Buck. Keep the prayers going. God has a plan.
Prayer list.
Yeah, we still got you on the prayer list too, Buck. Uh, definitely still continue praying, y'all. For everybody on that list there. Well, I'm glad some of y'all be able to get a good week to start off of it. Lord, if the ones that watch this and
Keep it alive, chat and comedy.
that's what it's turned into. Oh yeah. I don't know. We'll try to have something else for y'all next week.
Something beekeeping related.
Well, we'll talk beekeeping for 10 minutes, then wherever we go after that.
You know, 10 more people jump back in on this side conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's numbers go up.
DC, it pulled a Casey Jones, and that joker flew by the station. Bucks, that's good to hear. They will get home from the hospital today, y'all. Hopefully, the next day or two, be able to get settled in good and kind of get back to some normal for y'all. Indeed, the prayers is the only thing that work. I'm not a send you good vibes kind of person, nothing like that. It's good vibes, in my opinion, ain't gonna get you nowhere. Praying to the good Lord is the only way that's gonna get anything done. And I understand what people say by that, and they mean well, but uh, I'm not. I don't tell people I'm gonna send you good vibes. I'm praying for you. Well, indeed about that. No normal for any kind of cancer. God's will. Well, thank you, DC. Appreciate you, brother. Let me get back up here. Mr. Russell Koopman, are y'all thawing out from snow up that way yet? Or is it just kind of getting warming up where the girls can get out and at least do a little bit of cleansing flight? See everybody getting that pollen sub on. getting that time, we getting in between that break of ain't nothing coming in, and they done pulled off all their resources for the most part for the season until things go to kicking off. So, any of you out there that you got them light colonies, be a good idea to get a little something on them, especially if you're getting in some of this warm weather. From my understanding, some of y'all up there, like, where was Kansas, Oklahoma, different places like that, I believe y'all supposed to be up 20, 30 degrees above temperature for the next few days. Okay, good that Minnesota Mike, they able to get out and do a little bit. DC said I dropped about a pound of fondant and another pollen patty. Mr. Russell Coop and Miss Sharon up there. Most of the snow is gone. Bees done a good cleansing flights. Wait for the flowers. But we got more winter coming. Yeah, I see,
Now you gonna get up there and say hey there.
well, he's got room to stretch out now.
You calling me fat? Taking up too much room in that chair?
Yeah, according to some of them weather fellas here on the YouTube, looks like some of y'all up in that showing up North Country gonna get another round of snow before too long.
What we here for?
That's it. I mean, appreciate it. If it wasn't for y'all being in here, we wouldn't be doing the fellowship, train wrecks,
Jasper be depressed.
a little bit of be talking of what not to do, this and that. But thank y'all, every one of you that come in here and support us each week. Minnesota Mike said they got 22 inches of ice on their lake.
Ooh.
The morning low Friday and Saturday would be 10 degrees Fahrenheit. They pretty much.
And we're gonna be 80.
Yeah. What day? What Friday and Saturday? Let me get back. Where to go? Yeah. Yeah, Lord, we'll be pushing just about 80 degrees for the most part next week.
They tell Brian I love listening to Bob Watt. Brian talks about radio play.
Yeah, me and Hannah's daddy. I was talking to him yesterday, and it has been a long time since we seen a covey of quail come in around here of any kind. The last time we seen a good covey come in was how long we been here? 9 years.
Yeah.
So it's been at least 11 years when we lived at our old place.
No, I seen that mama with the babies on the dirt road not long after we moved here.
Yeah, we did. I forgot about that. But like a show enough covey come in. And I don't know if y'all got any kind of privet up there in y'all's part of the country or not, Brian, but down here after that privet blooms, and as you kind of start getting into the fall and winter months, it'll put off a little bitty red berry, probably just a little bit bigger than about the size of a pellet, I guess the best way to give you an idea how big they are. But the birds really don't fool with them too terribly much until all the good resources are gone. Then every once in a while you see different little seed-eating birds or what have you. Some of the winter migratory birds is more of what you see. They'll get on them privet. But me and Hannah was sitting out in the backyard one day, and that one of them privet bushes, that thing was probably about 12, 14 foot tall. It was a show enough privet hedge, and it was just loaded down with them old red berries on that thing. And y'all, we was probably sitting about 25 feet away from that bush, and all of a sudden we heard that sound come in. them old feathers ruffling, poof, 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 running down through there. And we seen about 3 quail land on that old privet. They ate for a second, then took on off. And it wasn't just a few seconds after that. Here come, how many you reckon was in there? 100?
Oh, it was dozens.
I put it like this. There were so many quail that come in. We had an old yard cat, and she was a killing machine when it come to critters.
And she just froze.
Yeah, she had no idea. She didn't know what direction to go because so many quail come in. But every one of them come in, and they hit that old privet. And within about, it didn't take them about 5 minutes. And them quail had cleared off every single berry on that doggone privet bush. And as soon as they got done getting their fill, that whole covey took on off back out in the woods out there. But it's been a good while since we heard quail, them old bob whites out there carrying on. But hopefully they'll go to cranking up whenever springtime gets here. But they say a lot of the bobcats and feral cats around here is one of our biggest problems with them bob whites, and trying to get them babies raised up. Plus, right here at the house, we have doggone coyotes so bad that no, it's about getting to the point. Go talk to the neighbor and see if we can have a good hunt on his property back there, because that's where we hear them every single night. And it's getting about time to thin out them coyotes. They starting to get a little bit too close to the house. Are you looking at the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Write down that type of quail Brian's talking about. I'm looking them girls up. All right, Brian, Miss Catherine, y'all take care. It ain't gonna be too long. We're gonna
Everybody dropping out.
mosey on here ourselves. I ain't believing time went by so fast. I guess with our shenanigans this evening, we just had a good time.
We had something.
Oh, it was a good laugh, that's for sure.
I don't know what it was, though.
There's an old fella that when I was a teenager, across the road over here, he owned a big old hunting camp, and he'd have them old quails out there in pens, and he'd probably have 300 or 400 quail out there in that old pen. But the way he did his hunting back then was you paid a high dollar to come in there, and you was guaranteed to get on something. But our job was to go out there and put them old quail, rock them old quail to sleep. Just the same. I don't know if anybody else ever put a chicken to sleep or done them old quail, anything like that. But tuck their head up underneath their wing, and you hold them, and you go 3 times to the left, and you go 3 times to the right. And on that 3rd time, you just rock them real slow and easy down to the ground. And that bird will stay on that ground until somebody comes over there and kicks it or moves it. But that's how that old boy all the time got them hunts and them quails going on over there. But been a long time done any quail hunting or fool with them.
Let's have a good night, Jackson.
Yeah, they are. Them pigs, coons, and possums and skunks are a big problem for them quail. We ain't got no shortage of coons and possum, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Them skunks are pretty reclusive for the most part. Well, Ziggy, brother, it was definitely good to see you, Captain. And glad the internet held for you up there in your neck of the woods. We still thinking about you on your end of things. I was telling Hannah was a big horse lover too. She had a couple horses, and She loved them things just as much as they was family, pretty much.
Oh,
Ziggy losing his horse the other week, and yeah,
do you see Eric's comment?
Uh.
I guess his wife is a little like me. He's not allowed to have quail to raise those cute little birds just to eat them.
well,
I can relate.
well, you got to separate yourself on that kind of thing. Because
But how could you let them serenade you all morning after you raise them and then throw them in the frying pan?
well, you don't eat them all in one sitting. You keep some for the next generation. Then it's just like raising feed chickens. You know, you can't have it if you're gonna put them on in the pot. You can't have them for pets, and you got to separate that part.
Ziggy said my wife's great. She'll gut anything right along with me.
There you go. Hey, but them puppies are good now, wrapped up in some bacon and a little bit of cream cheese and some bell pepper. Now, you talking about a good little snack.
Philip said he's wondering where the road runners nest and how they.
Hey, them roadrunners, from what I see on them documentaries, them little old roadrunners is like dealing with a bantam rooster.
Scrappy, dude.
Yeah, they'll jump on just about anything that gets near them. Don't know. I ain't never seen one, but according to them old National Geographic shows on them things, I've never seen a wild one run that coyote off a mountain yet. But that's the only thing. But, well, yeah, I reckon we're going to wrap her on up this evening. Thank y'all to the new members. Eric, appreciate you, brother. Ziggy, your time. And to our old members there. I have to go back. Who was it? Jack and Danae, 22 months?
22 months. I think James is our longest.
I have to go back and see which one of the longest. It's either between James, Jack and Danae, or the Dirt Rooster. One of the two is real close right there. Yeah. But y'all, we hope y'all have a blessed week. Until then, God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care.
Well, guess that's it for today. See you next time at Gunline Bees.